Namaskaram friends. Today I am taking a break from the usual topic of 108 Divya Desams and I am going to discuss something new that I have never talked about in all these days. The topic is about Vedams. It's a ocean again. I am just going to talk about few details, very few drop of the ocean details about Vedams. I feel that it's very high time for us to know, and it is our responsibility to teach our kids about our treasures, our cultural treasures, our religious treasures, which I thought I should start with the very ancient one called Vedam. And I'll continue to talk about this 108 Divya Desams from tomorrow onwards, but today I just diverted from the usual topic. So what does Vedam means? People call us Veda, Vedam. In Tamil we call Vedam. So what does the word Vedam means? Ved means to know, knowledge about the sacred details, holiness, knowledge about God, the eternal knowledge about God is what the word Vedam refers to. So, and when was this created? Who created the Vedas for us? It's something unknown. Western people have done the research and they have said Vedas were found 5,000 years before. But we Indians believe that it was during the advent of human ourselves. When there is entry of humans, along with them is the manual kind where we got the Vedams. And it is not just the composed by just one single rishis, or it is not found anywhere else. It is believed that the rishis in meditative form, rishis who have done great penance, thinking all time about God, has heard the sounds, and by hearing the sounds which has different meanings to it has formed these Vedas. So how sacred it is the thing we have to observe here. There are 4 different Vedas. One is Rig Vedam, Sama Vedam, Yajur Vedam and Atharva Vedam. Let me take the first topic, Rig Vedam. Rig Vedam itself has more than 10,000 verses, and learning one verse out of this 10,000 words itself needs a lot of understanding, and it has a lot of meanings also, because it's written in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a language where one word can have 10 different meanings or more than that also. For example, if we take sun, it has 10 different names in Sanskrit. Similarly, for example, for the word lotus, we know there are a lot of names in Sanskrit, and each of the names has different meanings based on the different sounds. The spelling may be the same, but how they pronounce it based on the sounds, the meaning will differ. So understanding a single verse itself needs lots of guru's inputs. One just cannot understand it. So I have chosen one mantra from this Rig Vedam called the Gayatri mantra. It's very powerful mantra, and it is believed that only one sector of the human, that is male, can recite it, but of course we are fortunate enough ladies can listen to it. There might be some scientific reasons why ladies should not recite it. That is a different topic and not a topic of today, but we are fortunate enough that we can listen to it, because we get the same benefits by listening to it as the male gender recites it. Let's see what Gayatri mantra stands for. Gayatri means it is about the 3 goddesses, and it is about praising the God, praying the God, and meditating the God. So it has 3 meanings to it. That's what Gayatri stands for. It's about meditating about sun. Why they have chosen sun? So as I talked about the Vedas, Rig Veda is about Agni, Yajur Veda is about Vayu, Sama Veda is about Aditya, and Atharva Veda is about Ankara. The meaning about Gayatri Mantra is we are meditating upon the most blessed luster light of that God who is known as Sun, so that our intellect may be directed by that Sun. So that's the meaning. We are meditating upon, as I say, the Gayatri Mantra is about praising, meditating, and praying, right? So here we are meditating upon the most blessed luster light, which is nothing but the God in the form of sun. So he clears our darkness, he clears our ignorance, and he guides us to improve our intellectual knowledge. That's the meaning. When this single mantra has so much depth of meaning into it, and it can give so much goodness to us, what about the remaining mantras of just Rig Veda? There are other 3 Vedas. Sama Vedas is about the rituals, the process of how to do each and everything in our life is about the Sama Veda. And other 2 Veda has their own meaning. The Rig Veda, just this one mantra itself has this meaning means. Just imagine the 10,000 verses and how they would have composed it. Because I said Sanskrit is so deep, it has so many meanings. And if you just think about writing a poem for 2 lines, does it not take a lot of effort for us? Think about these verses that were written, and this is relevant even now. These mantras are relevant to us even now, and it will be relevant even after 10,000 years to us. So that's the magnitude, the vision rishis have seen. So is it not our treasure? Should we not celebrate our treasure? So I thought, when I read about it, I was so happy that I felt that we are blessed. And immediately I want to share this about Gayatri Mantra and about the powerfulness of our Vedas. And it's not just Rig Vedam. We have a library. When others follow just one book for their guidance or as a manual, we have our own library, we can say. Apart from Vedas, we know we have Puranas, Itihasams, and then so many. Within Puranas, we have 18 Puranas and like that, right? So we have a library, and it takes more than a lifetime to understand everything. So we have to just dive into the ocean and take some gems out of it. And that's the detail I want to share today. I hope it was good enough. Let's meet tomorrow. I'll continue to talk about our 108 Divyadesams. Thank you, friends. Namaskar.